Good evening, everyone. It's July 9th, 2023. So far, Globex continuing the sell-off that we had on Friday's close, that liquidation sell-off. We are still playing in this 100-point balance between 43.85 and 44.85. So in that sense, we'll be trading it just like that to the upside. I'll be interested in a short somewhere around 51 to 66. The idea being is that we've had a seller somewhere around 44.54, and I would like to see them step in, get us back below settlement highs at 51, and hit that short for a move back down into kind of the lows of this mini balance we have going on between I don't know what 44.30 to 75-ish, trying to get the lows of that balance there. Above, I'd like to be short somewhere around 44.61 to 67. Not exactly sure how I want to execute this just yet, but I'll see where we open up in the morning and maybe give some more details to that. Now, the main trade that I'm interested in is getting long at yesterday's low. That is going to be in the event that the overnight low has not broken and before the overnight high is tagged. Now, if the overnight low is broken, that'll turn into a short where they stop above the overnight high. Below there, looking to get long 25s after a run of last week's low sitting at, I think it was 19.5. Below there, want to get long 15 quarter after a tag of 09.5, so running this low of the day, this RTH low at 09 3/4. That would also be right around the second standard deviation of weekly VWAP. Last week's VWAP, second negative standard deviation coming at 44.13. Again, rare for us to break that on a Monday. So that is where I'd be looking to get long for that re-entry into last week's range and then into yesterday's range as well. Below there, this is where you're starting to get sort of into the knife-catchy area. You would be looking for those stops to get ran from June 28th? Yeah, June 28th. You'd be looking for these stops to get ran and then getting long. So probably long around 44.02 to 97 after a run of those 97 stops. Below there was demand that showed up around 85 here on Tuesday the 27th. This also being where we had our key bids, and this is also the high time frame area where we want to see bids step in before a liquidation move. So not interested in trading below there. To the upside, not really interested in getting short above 70s. I think you're starting to play with a runaway market. That would also mean the daily range would be somewhere above 40 points, which would be a little bit irregular for what we've been having lately. So not too interested in a short side above 70 or so. Now on the Nasdaq, pretty similar. Willing to get long down around here, 978, 960, 992. Same idea as that 85 number on ES, 43.85. Same thing with the weekly must-hold area. Same thing as 44.02 on ES over here. I want to see these stops get ran, get long 042, and then up here I want to be long 119s after a run of last week's low, or at 139s, interested in that level too. Really have liked it for the past while. You can see it working really well here. It's been an awesome number, this 140-ish, 139.5 sort of number. Above there would still be willing to get long, and that is if we gap down and we reclaim this area, would be willing to take 176 as long, and before a tag of these stops up here at 204. And above there, I'll be willing to take aggressive shorts, in my opinion. You're trading around the halfback on the week. I think the weekly halfback coming in at 15,271, so actually a little bit below there, really. I'd be waiting for a tag of 264 quarter, that being the daily VWAP close from Friday, or up above 260. You got the weekly VWAP close at 280 half. So I'd be interested in letting those numbers get tagged and then hitting the short for a move back down again to kind of this lower balance. If we took off all the lines, you can kind of see we have just a mini balance going in, something like I don't know what looks the prettiest here, something like this. This sort of balance, I don't know, this 225 point-ish range, something like that. So I'd be looking for a move back to the lows of that balance. That's all I really have. Interested where we open up here, how far below Friday's low are we going to get? Friday's low coming in right here at 170. So far trading 50 points below it on the NQ. On the ES trading, not too far below, about 10 points. I'd be interested. Again, Mondays tend to be a more reversion, rotational session, and add into that we have CPI on Wednesday, PPI Thursday. No real major news tomorrow or on Tuesday. So looking for quieter sessions. Would be surprised with any sort of major sell-off tomorrow or major ramp job. So will be an update to this pre-market per usual. Have a great night. Trade safe.